Hey folks, what's up? So it's Monday, and we all know what that means. It's time to see which one of us does not turn on our mics in time.
I did
Luckily,
it.
I turned on my mic a couple of seconds beforehand because this morning I took like 5 takes to record an episode, which was absolutely fun, obviously. So, oof, Jabba's back from an excursion, so we're gonna hear about that event. We've got gaming stuff, we've got anime stuff, we've got all types of stuff, we've got everything stuff. We've got
Stuff.
stuff. Yeah, stuff, basically. We got stuff. I don't know why I'm doing this. I apologize. I don't know what this is. I'm definitely not trying to imitate the dude that's in the office. Unless I want to lie
Talk
a
with our
lot.
hands.
Yeah, talk. Well, I think this is kind of like an East Coast, Jersey, New York thing too, to a certain extent.
I guess so.
Like if I was a rapper, it'd be all like,
I would say it's more of a black thing because I feel like we just talk with our hands in general. Like all of this, like could be like a forceful conversation,
or it
especially
could
with the
just
point.
say, put the pie in the box. No, put the cake in the box. No. Just put the cake in the box. I don't know that talk. Just put the cake in the
See,
box.
look, there you go. You're like, no,
That's it.
no, no,
Just put the cake in the box. All right,
because you
cool.
mean it.
Yeah, because I want the cake in the box. Anyway, folks, I don't know where this is even going. I swear. So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Obviously, Jabba, are you ready,
I'm ready.
folks? Yeah, let's get on with it. Hey, folks, and welcome to another episode of TBA News. This is your anime and gaming channel, presented by the Hungry Bleak channel. I am Antonio Palmares, aka the Hungry Bleak, the hungriest man in the room.
This is your girl Jabba with her brand new glasses for
I
computer
saw them.
purposes.
I like them. They look very nice. Oh, yes, this is key. This is
Yes,
so
for
key.
computer purposes.
You know what will be even better is if you push them up with the back of your hand.
Oh, yeah.
One piece action.
I need the reflection though. I know that there's glasses out there that actually have like that clear glass where it shows the light. I'm like, I need one of those.
But are they actual prescription? Like the ones that
No,
have that? They aren't right out.
I think it's like just like those fun to wear glasses where like you could like turn them on, like you could like see like the light illuminating through the lens. Just go like
Yes.
just
The way it always annoyed me because he was like, and I'm like, why do all of that? Why just?
I mean, with the nails and stuff, it's like
That's another thing. That's a whole other topic. We could talk about that. But let's jump into because we've got some really fun stuff to talk about. Jabba, what's your first one?
Well, I just came back from a convention over this weekend called Cyclone Con up in Hackettstown, New Jersey. And if you don't know where that's at, that's pretty much where they call that Taylor Ham. That is Taylor Ham territory.
Okay.
Because it's up there. But this is like their third year going. It's a small convention. They actually reached out to me like back on Instagram. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go for it. I knew a few people that were already going there from other conventions. Surprisingly, I ended up finding a person that I follow on TikTok that I came across because I saw like their display for artist alley stuff. I'm like, oh, this stuff looks really cool. Me thinking that I'm never gonna see this person in real life. And I'm like, oh, I recognize this booth. It's awesome. So I'm gonna say, like, shout out to Emergency Chopsticks because that's the person who I met and we became friends on Instagram. Cause I'm like, I think I'm gonna make your day, but I follow you on TikTok. I saw your video. She's like, oh my god, really? I'm like, yeah. So it's always good to see people that you don't expect to see, like from your phone in real life, like besides like like celebrities and stuff like that. But it's like, oh, I didn't think you were gonna be here.
First off, shout out to the name Emergency Chopsticks.
Yeah.
Because I felt like when I heard the name, I was like, yeah, sometimes I do need chopsticks and I don't have any with me.
But their stuff is really cool, and I'm surprised because I'll be seeing them in the next couple of shows. I did come across a few people that I haven't seen like maybe like a good year because our schedules have been not matching. So I'll be seeing more this year, more at the next upcoming shows. But yeah, it was a small convention. People had fun. The weather was decent, thank God.
Yes,
because that's always not a good thing. It's always good to go to a convention, but it sucks if the weather's not the greatest. So I'm glad that the weather was good. For people that you might be familiar, we did have the creator for the Goosebump book covers. I can't remember his name, but if you've seen like a Goosebump cover from like back in the day, the illustrator was there.
Oh, the illustrator. Oh, I thought you meant like R.L. Stein.
No, I would have told you guys immediately. I was like, look, your childhood author is here. Okay. I don't know if I can get anything, but they're there.
Oh, that's awesome. Those covers are always so like.
Oh yeah.
Like when before you even see the name R.L. Stein, you know it's a Goosebumps book just by the covers, truthfully.
Instantly. So I'm like, ooh, this is fantastic. And of course, they've had like food trucks there, which was nice. Who else they had Jimmy Simpson, who, if you are not familiar with, he was in Dark Matter. Let's see, what else was he in?
Dark Matter from Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, but it was now on Apple TV.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm sorry. We also had some cosplay people there. Megra Hope cosplay. Her stuff was really good. I did see her come across as Jean Grey. And we had I'm a butcher this person's last name, so I apologize. But Darren Ock, he's a cartoonist. He has done covers for like the Hulk, Ren and Stimpy. So yeah, like there was a whole bunch of like for it to be like a small college convention, it was pretty good that they had like some of these people out here.
Oh, cool. I love seeing like that smaller cons are like getting more and more, especially when it's this time of year, the beginning of spring, and the weather's beautiful as well. Like that's a win-win.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And,
cool.
And also my setup was pretty good this time because I changed up a few things as far as layout goes for my stickers, but I'm still trying to figure out certain things for the next show. But yeah, it was a good one.
Awesome. Well, I mean, your next show is going to be when? Do you know? Do you know when?
Next show is going to be next month, May 17th. So I believe that is the week after Mother's Day, and it's going to be Clover Con.
Oh.
And that's going to be in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Yeah, May 17th in Bridgewater. And it's actually surprisingly, it's on a Sunday. And I'm not used to doing like one-day shows on a Sunday versus like a Saturday show where I'm used to doing like, one-day Saturday shows.
Yeah. Oh, one-day Sunday. That might be kind of cool, though. That might be a nice different crowd, too, depending on it. I think Sunday shows are great because I think sometimes they feel like they're going to be, from the shows I've been to on Sundays, it feels like they're going to be more family-oriented. Like a lot of people have their kids with them and everything, like make it a whole family kind of event, which, I mean, weekend shows should be like that to begin, but I think for some reason Sundays feel like there would be more of a family show. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm just so used to doing it's like the 3-day where it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or like the 2-day where it's just like the whole weekend, or if not, just being like that Saturday show.
Oh. Have you done CloverCon before?
No, but some of my friends that were in like the convention circuit said that they've done this one before, and it's like probably like the 4-H fair type of group, if you're familiar with the
oh my god,
with the organization. So they're doing that, and I'm surprised that I haven't heard it before. Because side note, I don't know if you've been getting it on your Instagram algorithm for like story wise, but have you been seeing more conventions pop up? Like if you go through like your stories,
I've had like a lot of ads for like Brooklyn Con, like a lot of ads for Brooklyn Con, a lot of ads for Brooklyn Con. I've had some, but not as many as you have. But I think it would hit you more, obviously, because you go and because you go to more cons, because you table more cons.
Yeah, because I've been seeing a lot more conventions, like as far as like ad wise, pop up in my feeds, like where like if I like let's say if I see your story and there's like an ad that pops, I'll be like, oh, look at this such and such con. But I'm like, oh, okay, let me see it. Obviously, it's like North Carolina. Can't do it. I'm about to say too damn far. But I'm like, I see more of them pop up, like even if they're within the tri-state area or even just like outside of the tri-state area. So I'm just surprised. I was just wondering if you were getting like any type of advertisement for different conventions in your story in your story feeds?
Like I said, Brooklyn Con's been the one I've been in. Brooklyn Con, I think I've got a couple for Anime NYC, but more
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn Con, truthfully. And I think it's just because of like my particular like my feed is chiseled now. Like I have my IG is damn near chiseled. Food, comics, um, like black women doing stuff. Like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
black women doing Legos, and I love that for some reason. Like I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely love that. It's I don't know where it's come from. I don't know if y'all been doing it for a while. Y'all just been keeping it a secret. I don't know, but I love it. Yeah, like I said, food, comics, some local shows like black creators, like black indie creators,
Mm-hmm.
um, some gaming stuff, but mostly yeah that because I've got it chiseled down to what I really go and look at, and and then like people falling and stuff because that's just funny. So as long as
Of
nobody's
course.
seriously hurt, people
Right.
falling is funny.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Speaking of people falling, there's a new anime out that
Good
again, there's a
Lord.
new anime comes out every 5 minutes. I can't keep track. Thank you, but what the hell? So this is called Kill Blue. I watched it on Netflix the other day because I was like, let me see what's new. And I said, let me go on Netflix and see what's new because Netflix is starting to do simulcast as well, and they're having it in English, and they're having it dubbed and sub now. So they're doing a lot of that as well, which I love that Netflix, Hulu are kind of, in their own smaller way, are doing what Crunchyroll is kind of doing. Not on
Mm-hmm.
the obviously the level because Crunchyroll's all anime, but they're doing it more too, and they're getting more of that. Like Dororo Hedoro, hope I pronounced that right. If I don't have the name in front of me, I think I butchered the name of that anime. Is on Crunchyroll. I don't think it was on Crunchyroll before.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was only a
Yeah,
Netflix. It was a Netflix. It
yeah.
was a Netflix only.
So seeing stuff like that, I like that. I like there being multiple avenues to watch anime for everyone. Isn't just Crunchyroll or Netflix or Hulu like everybody's got because most people have one of the three.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you. So yeah, so this is about an assassin who is out doing a job. He's divorced. He has alimony payments, child support, and he has a daughter. I want to say. So he's on an assignment, and in the middle of the assignment, he gets stung by this wasp or like a bee, like this thing he's never seen before, and he passes out from the sting. Wakes up in the bed, and he's now I want to say maybe like an adolescent. No, that's not adolescent age. Maybe like 13, 14, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Between 13 and 15, I'll say, about that age. And he's trying to figure out what happened from this middle-aged man to this 13, 15-year-old boy. The doctor doesn't know what happened. They're examining with him, what have you. So he's like, I just want my old body back. I got to get back into this. What's happening? So his boss calls him and says, look, since this is what's happened to you, I have a new job for you. I want you to go to this school and investigate what's going on, find out what's happening, and also guard my daughter. Says, okay, cool, fine. Goes to the school, and now he has to hide that he's an assassin. He's this new kid, and his only goal in life is only to just be the best hitman, the best assassin. But as he's in school and he's doing homework and he's loving homework, like he's in math class and he's looking at the number, he's like, oh my God, wait, numbers don't just go up, there are negative numbers too. And when I heard that, I stopped washing the dishes. I turned around, I said, wait, what? And I got more into the anime because it was him. He even says, all my life I've just shut my brain off to just do the hit jobs and the
Mm-hmm.
assassinations. But now I'm opening my mind up to learning and knowledge and math. And he loves homework. He loves studying. Like he's into the math and like he's making notes. He's making like diagrams in his notebooks and everything. And I found that to be incredibly interesting of the character. I know that seems like odd,
He's
but
better than me.
I think in school now with my maturity and the fact that I what I was when I was in high school, I had like hormones and everything like that. Everything's going on. Didn't want to be there. What have you? Was a free. But if I think with my maturity now, if I was put back into high school, I would
Mm-hmm.
obviously do much better because I understand more things now. My mind is more open now. But it was just a very interesting thing to me that he just starts learning, and he's like sitting at his desk, and his partner, who is a younger guy who he wanted to fire because he gave him the wrong information for this job, but he ends up keeping him because he's younger, so we can help him, like blend in more with the kids. And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh my god, man, what's going on? Like, are you trying to figure out a job?" He's like, "No." He's like, "No, I'm doing homework." And my man goes, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm loving homework." I found that to be one of the best parts about the show. Also, there's a part where there's this man who goes to the school. He's just got like on a speedo and a panda mask. They literally call him Panda Mask, and he's there, and he's this pervert. He goes to school. I don't think he's been to school before. This is his first time doing it, and he's like getting ready to, I think, maybe drop his speedos. I don't know what have you. So at a moment's notice, he ends up saving the two girls who the guy was going to go after. And turns out that the two girls were actually making fun of him earlier. They were like bullying him. So because of that act, he actually even becomes more into like the in crowd with these kids, and they end up making a group chat. And he's in the group chat, and he's like, "How are y'all typing so much?" Because the group chat, you know how it is between you and Lord Kabuto when
Mm-hmm.
y'all are in the Destiny mode. That's how
Just
the
spamming
chat was, and he
away.
was like, "Yo, how do y'all? There's too much typing. This is way too much. Y'all have nothing else to do. There's nothing else to do. What is it? Because it's just going so quickly, so quickly." I had a great time. I think there's only one episode out so far. I had a great time. It was funny. It had a great humor. It kind of, even though I never watched it, kind of reminded me of Detective Conan
Oh, okay.
with
Gotcha.
being switched to a child, but he's
Hmm.
older because Conan is what, like 8 or 9 when he's like
I
transformed.
would say 8, 10, give or take.
Yeah, where this one's like I said, 13, 15.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just really cool. It just had like that. It was, it was a mix of Detective Conan and Sakamoto days,
Okay. Which I
as far
still
as like
have
being
to
an
watch.
assassin and then switching into like his child. I enjoy it. Like I said, it's only one episode so far. I enjoy it. Based on the manga, obviously. This was a good time. I just had a good time with it. It was a random watch for me, and I was like, yeah, I kind of want to talk about this one. Yeah, this was
Okay,
fun.
so that was actually accurate to what? Because I end up seeing when I saw the picture, I'm like, where this is the same thing I saw on TikTok? Because part of my algorithms is like random animes that I'll find, and when you describe it, I'm like, okay, so that TikTok video was accurate because nowadays like the AI voices they usually like making up stuff for like what's happening in anime is actually not true. So the fact
Mhm.
that you said it, it's accurate. So okay, because I'm looking, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I'm gonna see if it's I can watch it later on. And the fact that you bring it up, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, this one was fun. Like I said, it's on Netflix. It's only one episode so far, but I had fun with it, and it is dubbed, which I appreciate
Okay.
them having it dubbed. Speaking of things that are dubbed, has nothing to do with actually what you're going to be
Or
talking about.
that I appreciate
Yes.
that is near and dear to my heart, unintended for Kingdom Hearts. We finally got some type of news for maybe Kingdom Hearts 4, but of course, in these damn anniversaries and stuff, and not the actual thing. The creator Tetsuya Nomura had posted this on his personal account on X, and just like thanking the fans, and they're working on their 25th anniversary for Kingdom
Wow.
Hearts. Yeah, yeah.
Eh,
And what they're saying is that like right now they're putting this out first before we get any news for Kingdom Hearts 4. And we even last time we saw that trailer was literally like 4 years ago. So most likely Square is going to take my money again for their
mhm.
25th anniversary for
Hmm.
whatever they're gonna offer. And I might just buy it. Why? Because I'm psychotic like that. Why? Because this is the most toxic relationship I've been in when it comes to a video game. So yeah, I'm upset. Because there's so much, but yet so little.
Maybe in between you can play the bouncer.
I mean, if they were to put that, I would love to play that just to get the feel for it.
Yeah. It's very, I don't know if it aged well though, as far as like playability. I'll be honest with you.
It's probably kind of blocky. Hopefully,
Okay.
if it's not as blocky as Virtual Fighter, I'll be fine with that.
No, it's not. No, it's not as blocky as that. No,
Yeah,
no.
because that one was stiff. That was like I'm like I cannot play like that was like one fighting game I just like put down and never touched
Mhm.
ever again.
I only played it in arcades, but I had to take a whole thing of Vaseline. Relax, folks. Relax. for the joystick, because that game you had to like get 5 other people to do a move. That thing was.
It's not even that. Just like even when you try to play it on like, I think one of my cousins might have had that game on like controller on a console. I think it was PlayStation. So stiff. Like I'm sitting there trying like do like the little switching of like hitting the buttons, and all you is like a. I'm like, I'll stick with Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and Soul Calibur because I can't do this mess.
Yeah, that was yeah.
But yeah, so
are there any animated like movies or a series or anything that are based on Kingdom Hearts? There isn't anything out there, right?
There's a manga out there, yeah.
Oh, there's a manga, okay, but nothing like animated as far as like watching.
No, okay. No, we haven't gotten anything, but it's only been the manga. And then I was like, Sora shows up in Super Smash Brothers, but that's about it. And then between like the little mini spin-offs, we really haven't gotten anything else. But I'm like, because like how can I put this? Kingdom Hearts lore is so complicated to understand, where it's like you had to be at the start of it, like when it first came out, and then just go and then just like follow the rabbit hole. Because if you play it now, there's so many different links to characters where like people wouldn't understand, but Kingdom Hearts fans would. I feel like to me it's like kind of like Star Wars, at least for like Star Wars, because like it starts off small and then explodes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So that's how I put it. So yeah, we're trying to figure out what this freaking teaser picture that we got. I'm like, okay, what are you gonna give us? Because obviously we know that like for the Kingdom Hearts fans that this is Xehanort, who was like the main villain for the entire game. But I'm like, all right, well, what you doing with this? We need to know. And I'm pretty sure maybe by summer, if they're gonna start working on their 25th anniversary, I'm pretty sure Square's probably gonna say like, oh, here's a whole box set of stuff that I'm probably gonna buy. And I'm like, I hate you so much.
So that collector's edition is going
most likely. Most. Well, it depends. It depends. No, it does. It depends on what it is, and if I like it. Because I mean, I got the. Well, no, because I didn't get the full Kingdom Hearts 3 collection. Because I didn't really care for it. I didn't want the Toy Story Sora figures. I'm like, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a fan. It has to be. I have to actually say what it is for me to actually get it.
I think whatever they get as far as this, because they've taken so long, and just knowing the fans, what have you, I think they'll like. I actually, a funny thing is, over the weekend I was watching something about wrestling, and it was like, I think it was a cosplay match, because sometimes they'll have like different promotions, have like different things, what have you. And the person looked under the ring, and they had a keyblade wrapped in barbed wire, and I looked at it and I was like, was not expecting.
I kind of want that.
Was not expecting that.
I would take that.
And I love how the crowd immediately just knew what it was, and the commentator was like, "Oh my God, is that a keyblade wrapped in barbed wire? Oh, you're dastardly!" I was sitting there like, I love when wrestling and like geek culture, like stuff like that, mesh together. It was just so cool. So I was like, yeah, that's awesome.
I'd take that.
I should have sent it to you, but I think it was like in the middle of the night, and I was like halfway out of it anyway.
I'll look it up, but I would definitely take that.
I know I liked it, so I can go through my likes and maybe I can find it.
Oh, okay.
If I can. Yeah. Awesome. Speaking of things that I liked, so ways back, I was on Amazon Prime, again, just surfing through, and I saw this animated thing called Exorcism Chronicles, the beginning. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I put it on my list. I said, I'm going to come back to this. When I went back to it, it was gone. It was still there, but it was like you had to buy or rent it. So I said, damn. So cut to what was a couple weeks ago, I want to say. Surfing on Tubi, because Tubi is ranking up. I don't care what y'all say. Tubi is ranking up, especially if you're a content creator and you have like a large following, whatever, and you do like skits or whatever. Tubi is ranking up there. Anyway, so I'm just looking and I'm saying, oh, they got Miami Vice. They have a lot of stuff that was that's been off of Max is now on there as far as like DC stuff. I was like, okay, cool. And then I saw Exorcism Chronicles. Oh, bet it's all here. It's also on YouTube as well for free.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can watch it either one. So basically, this is a story of an excommunicated priest who, his friend, who is a monk, looks him up because he wants his help in saving this child from this like demon lord. And it turns out that they were both doctors once upon a time. And the priest stopped being a doctor because a young girl died in his care, and she was holding a
Mm,
cross and everything, and she was still, being so devout and still thinking that God was going to save her.
mm,
So that kind of spurred him on, but then he becomes excommunicated. Instead, he's a priest. And he goes in to do exorcism, excuse me, easy for me to say, and he has almost like these brass knuckles, and he punches the hell out of this possessed priest in a church. I had to giggle a little bit. I was like,
wow.
bet money. That's how you get it done. So it's almost has a similar animation style of Arcane,
Okay.
similar to that. There is some language and there is blood. At the end of the movie, because it's maybe about an hour and 40 minutes, maybe about.
Okay.
At the end of the movie, it gets kind of Jujutsu Kaisen-ish with the
Mm.
fights. Not as wild, but it has a bit of a feel for it, and it does get a bit bloody. I enjoyed this because I hope this came out in 2024. I want to say either
Oh, wow.
2024 or early 2025. Them saying the beginning. I hope there's more to this because there's an after credit scene for one of the
Oh,
characters, and it was very interesting. So I'm hoping they do more with this. I like things about exorcism. There's a comic that I'm reading that's about these exorcists that instead of praying, they fight the demon out of you.
mm.
And it's wild to see them. They're kind of like warriors. They're kind of like almost like dressed as almost monks, Templar, and ninjas kind of garb. And
Mm-hmm.
they have like blessed weapons. There's also the Covenant, which is something similar to that. I like things like that. I like supernatural stuff. I like sci-fi as well. I like all genres really. Um, but I have a certain place for supernatural and horror, especially when it comes to exorcisms. Like The Exorcist is one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most favorite movies, even though I know the ending, I've seen it, whatever. It's still such a terrifying movie because, good God, this little girl, that stuff she goes through is horrible. Um, but this was a lot of fun, like I said, and it's free on Tubi or uh YouTube. Literally free. Tubi, you don't even have to have an account on Tubi to watch something. You just go on there and watch it. They don't even ask questions. They don't they just let you in.
Like, all right.
They're like, come on. What's your ad? Don't matter. Come on in. So yeah, so I really enjoyed this. The animation was kind of cool. It moves a bit slow at times, the animation,
Mm-hmm.
but towards the end it got like a lot better, a lot quicker. But like I said, it's similar to Arcane. Arcane just has much better movement and flow, beauty, but this has the story was interesting. At a certain point, they have like a whole like they have like a group of holy representatives, I guess would be the way to
Mm-hmm.
say it. They have a priest, there's a shaman, there's a monk. They have like different clergy, I guess could be the term, what have you. And I enjoyed that and how they went up against the demon hordes and how they went up against the main demon itself. So I had fun with this. So Exorcism Chronicles, I would say this, yeah, go check this out. Like I said, it's free, good like popcorn, check it out movie. Does have interesting story and fight. Like I said, I hope they do something with more of it because I did enjoy that kind of after credits scene. It was pretty
Nice.
awesome. Yeah.
I'm gonna go save it on my my Tubi account once I make one.
I mean, the only time you need a Tubi account is if you want to resume watching something or if you want to have a watch list.
I'm gonna need that.
Because if you don't have a Tubi account, then you can't like say if you start watching a movie and you're at an hour and you've got like an hour left, if you don't have an account, you have to start all the way from the beginning.
Can you fast forward or no?
I think you can, but still,
I'm
you
gonna
know what I
get a
mean?
Tubi. I'm gonna set up a Tubi account because, like I said, if there's gonna be stuff that's gonna be on there for like a watch list, I'm just gonna need just like put it all on. There's like a save it to watch for later.
They have like a lot of old, like they have them Ghost in the Shell series, season 1 and 2.
Ooh.
which I love. They have it in movie form as well, but they have the seasons, which I
Ooh,
love. They have a
okay.
lot of random anime on there too that you don't see. Animated
Mm-hmm.
stuff, old TV shows, some new TV shows. Like there's stuff on there. I was like, this is stuff that I've been looking for a while, or that I hadn't, but it popped. I was like, oh, bet I want to see that. So yeah, I definitely recommend it.
Okay.
It's awesome. What I also
But you know what
recommend is
I
the next story.
but so you know what I don't recommend is the new NVIDIA filter.
Oh,
Because okay, for a lot of people that play on PC, you know that, and I'm gonna say this myself as a PC player, we are snobs when it comes to graphics. We have to make everything look pretty.
yes.
So, I mean, how much more can you go when it comes to these graphics? So I'm talking about the new NVIDIA DLSS5. Say that 5 times fast, no pun intended.
Mhm.
Pretty much it's the new graphics edition on their, I think it's their 5000 series. So it enhances the graphics that are on most games, especially on the newer versions. And as you know, with AI being a big thing,
Mm.
they're now making it more heavily AI filtered. So, screenshot here that I'm showing you guys is from Resident Evil Requiem. On the left side is pretty much like the standard PC graphics, like, looks good, looks great. On the right hand side, the DLSS 5 filter is on, and clearly you can see that it's heavily AI filtered.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need this?
No,
No.
no.
At least not for the new games, because like they already look so good.
Yes. No.
I mean, like, because
Too much.
like I appreciate motion capture, because that's a whole acting scene in general. But I'm like, sometimes I want to see, like, I want to know that it's fake and not that it's real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I want that. I want that difference. And like, it's already bad enough when it comes to games. Sometimes they take captions from other people and don't get credited for it. And this is where lawsuits come in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know if you guys remember way back when they first launched, what was it, The Last of Us, like the very first
Yes.
couple trailers, it looked like Elliot Page before he transitioned, and it clearly wasn't, because it was so much alike, where they changed the motion capture to make it look like the actual actress Ashley Johnson. And also for Mass Effect, Commander Shepard was modeled
Yes.
after an actual model, and they got sued for it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I mean, like, I don't mind if, like, if like actors themselves are putting their faces on like the character that they're playing, which is totally fine because they've done it already. Like, especially with the latest Star Wars game, and I forgot the actor's name, but like, his
Yeah.
face is on there, which is fine. But I'm like, if you are quote unquote making up a character and it looks like somebody in real life, lawsuits are waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I think the only time it won't count is when they do the sports games, because they're copying, like, actual athletes. I think that's the only time they're in the clear.
But I think even then, sometimes they do motion capture.
I know, but I'm saying, like, at least when
So
you put this filter on, it's not like you're stealing the faces of somebody else. Because if you're playing as like was it if like Steph Curry for NBA,
mm-hmm.
you're playing as Steph Curry because that's Steph Curry in the game.
Oh, it's not like a random. I
Right.
see
It's
what you're
not like
saying.
it's
Yeah.
yes, I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
like, anytime like they want to use that filter, at least for sports games, they're covered because you're playing as the athletes, so it should be fine. But anything where it's like, there's no characters like that are like random and they look like somebody else, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's. I think it's enough. I think it's just. I mean, there's no need to. There really is no need for, like, the screen on the left is perfect. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Like the screen on the right isn't needed. I mean, I understand technology. The minute you put something out, it's already obsolete because you're working on the next version or even the
Mm-hmm.
next two versions of something. And I totally get that. But at a certain point, it's just pull back. You know what I mean? Just chill. It doesn't need to be that deep because, like you're saying, yeah, it is dangerous. and a lot of stuff that we have now, deep fakes and everything like
Mm-hmm.
that. It almost feels like this is a way to kind of even sharpen the tool, which it isn't. It's
I mean, let's be honest. Like when we're playing, like these very detailed games, like how many of us are really looking at it? Where I'm playing to see all the different patchwork and threading on somebody's jeans instead of actually playing the actual game. Like
the
how
only
many
thing
of us are really criticizing over that?
I think your average gamer. Like there was a time when the first time I played Saints Row, I was I was amazed by the butterflies flying around. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I would just stand in the game and just because at a certain time, like sometimes butterflies or even like lightning bugs would fly at night, and I like that little detail. But I'm not going to go and look at the thread count or look at the patch. Like it might impress me. Like I might be playing and I'll just go, "Oh wow, look at the detail on this," but I'm not looking for it specifically. I mean, I want the characters to look good, obviously, but I also want the mechanics to be right. I
Right.
want, a collision detection to be there. I want ragdolling to look absurd and funny. So when I see a character, I go, "Damn,
I love the ragdoll
I know
effect.
that hurt." Um, you know what I mean? Like I want stuff like that, but I think this is a bridge too far. Let's just make good games,
Yeah.
quality games and stories and mechanics and stuff like that. We don't need the filter to be and you know what this is the and this was I'm guessing this was invented by a man. Because only a man would really want this is something for VR too. This is something that people are just gonna start using like
Mm-hmm.
in just the most illicit and dastardly ways possible. No shame in whatever you get down with. I don't kink shame. I don't fetish shame. But I feel like this is something that's gonna be used in like, you know, some VR holodeck room that you're gonna need a squeegee and a mop for hourly. I'm gonna be real with you.
But yeah, but that's my take on it. I'm like, how far do you really need to go? I mean, like, I would only say if you were taking this and let's say like taking a PS1 game where we got nothing but blocks and you're throwing it into that, fine.
Mhm.
I feel like anything that is I feel like anything that is like from like maybe even PS3, honestly, because I think what the last was came on the PS3 was like one of like their last
Think so.
titles, give or take. Anything from the PS3 that could still hold up graphically doesn't need this
Mhm.
at all. Everything below that, absolutely. But
It's
that's
not.
just my thought.
It's yeah. It's not needed. It's not. It's Tony Stark mess. Speaking of Tony Stark, since he's being resurrected in a way for Doomsday. Speaking of resurrections, Vampire Hunter D, this series is being revived in comic book form.
Oh, I thought you were saying in animation, but I'm like, oh, I know you're happy.
If I could only, if somewhere they would play Bloodlust, I would be wonderful. The first Vampire Hunter, the movie came out in 1985. Then the next one I think was in like 2000.
Oh wow, okay.
And the art in this in the 2000 movie Bloodlust can't be touched. It still holds up immaculate. Like because I've watched like the little scenes and I'm like, this
Mm-hmm.
still is better than a lot of stuff that's out now. It was just so incredibly beautiful, and the story was so deep, and it was just so. I wore that DVD out. Like that DVD had to fight me when I was going for the case. I had to go, no, no, not again. I'm like, look, I need to watch you again. This movie is so good. Absolutely loved it. Well, we're going to be getting a new comic book series for this. This was announced at WonderCon by Unified Pictures on like
Mm.
March 28th. And this is going to be adapting new volumes from Hideyuki Kikuchi, excuse me, and Yoshitaka Amano's Vampire Hunter D novels. It's going to be a 20 issue series that'll start this summer. Oh,
Mm.
thank God. And it's going to be writer Brandon Easton, who has been on Iyanu. Transformers, War of Cybertron, Siege.
Nice.
He also wrote the last Vampire D series I can think of through Stranger Comics. And it was Vampire D was in space, and it was beautiful. Brandon Easton is one of the people who I love when he writes. The way he spoke about space was so beautiful. It was almost like a poem to space, and the love for it was actually very, very it was very, very beautiful. Actually, come think of it. And artist Ryan Benjamin, who's done Batman, Iron Man, Captain America. So they're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
so they're gonna make a new series in partnership with Kikuchi. They haven't uh, they haven't said which volumes are going to be adapting yet, but here's some of the preview images that they have so far. This is going to be
Ooh.
maddening. I'm enthralled by this. This is one of the movies that Vampire Diaries is one of the movies that it was one of the things that opened me up to anime. Before that, I had like Voltron, Go Lion, like that and Battle of the Planets. But we didn't know that it was called anime. We just knew there was a different style of animation that was so crazy, and so it was so much different from Looney Tunes and stuff that we had in Transformers. The
Right.
way they
Yeah.
moved, the way the characters dressed, the way they walked, the way they talked, it was so different that it caught all of our imagination, but we didn't really know. Vampire Hunter D solidified it. The first time I saw Vampire Hunter D, I was stupefied. I didn't see that till maybe I was stupefied. I didn't see it till maybe I was in high school, I want to say. I want to say maybe a freshman in high school, so maybe 90, no, well, maybe 92, 93, something like that. And I was like, wow, but I couldn't really remember it. Then I saw it years later. No, excuse me. Then I saw it on TBS Superstation. They would show anime late at night. And at the time, my high school girlfriend, she liked anime too, and we happened to both know that it was coming on that night, so we both stayed up to watch it. And then we talked about it the next day, and we were just amazed. I was like, "Oh my god, it's up!" So this was before like Toonami and all that stuff. This was, so I'm incredibly excited about this. I love this character, and yes, it's the original video anime OVA was in 1985. Then Vampire D Bloodlust was in 2000. They've had it on Blu-ray and DVD. Now the original movie is streaming on AMC, which is great. Shutter, it might be on High Dive, I think. But yeah, this is great news to me between the character who I absolutely love, because it's a vampire and going a hunt and it being in this kind of apocalyptic world that lasts thousands of hundreds of years in the future, and just the aesthetic of it as well. And the characters linked to Dracula. It's very Castlevania-ish. These might be my two favorite vampire type things. Would probably be Castlevania and Vampire Hunter D.
Makes
And
sense.
Blade, obviously Blade.
Fair enough.
Obviously, if I could get a mashup of those things together, I would probably never leave the house. I would probably never leave the house. I would beg to work for that publisher or studio, whatever it is. Now watch somebody's going to make something and they're going to make millions of dollars off it because I just gave them the idea. Damn it.
Damn you.
But yeah, this is very exciting. I'm going to be on the look for this summer. This could be my summer like big blockbuster thing, because there are a couple of things this summer that I've been looking at that I go, this might be my comic book blockbuster thing. But yeah, I'm excited about this. Vampire D is coming back. It comes for 20 issues too. I can't wait for the trades. I'm going to be so far into this. Yeah, this is going to be fun. And that's the show. So we've talked about revived vampires. Will vampires come back? Regardless, anyway, we've talked about unmuted filters. Yeah, we've talked about games that are updates that we haven't gotten yet, and we've talked about exorcisms. We've talked about a lot of great things. But Jabba, let's talk about what are you watching, reading, or playing?
Well, since this is the talk, and I'm probably gonna continue watching this, and reading is the Demons of the Shadow Realm since we now have 2 episodes now.
Yeah.
And then I just finished. I finished volume 5 because now I'm seeing on my bookshelf. I finished volume 5 of it, and I know something that I can't tell you until they animate it. But now that I know that this factor is, I'm like, I'm now paying more attention, and I'm like, let me see if that works. So technically, I'm reading the same franchise, which I don't mind.
Okay.
As far as playing, I haven't really been playing anything. I've been too busy, conventions and whatnot.
I completely understand.
So, sir, what about you?
I am reading Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Ziegler's run. The art is absolutely astounding. The story is great because it's dealing with Miles and him having like these anxiety attacks.
Oh.
Very interesting. Again, as someone who has anxiety and has anxiety attacks sometimes, and I've always said I wish there had been a character like Miles when I was a kid because he's Afro Latino. I'm Afro Latinx. Having this character would have been so mind blowing to me as a kid. So I'm reading that now. I'm on the 2nd volume, and it's great. I love it. I love the character designs, everything there. I love just everything. It's just beautiful for me. What am I watching? I'm actually catching up on TNA Wrestling. It stands for Total Nonstop Action. Relax, folks. Relax. It literally is TNA, Total Nonstop Action. Relax. How
Us
dare
relax?
you?
Never.
How dare you? I mean, I'm catching up on that since they're also on AMC now. So I'm catching up on a lot of that because I wasn't able to watch it for a couple years because I couldn't get the channel anymore because they had like X'd out the channel.
Oh.
Yeah, so a lot of people weren't watching it. Turns out that the company, like, they owned the channel, so they weren't even making money off of it. So it was weird. But now they're getting a lot of money from AMC, which is great. AMC is a big channel, obviously, so I'm watching that. Gaming wise, I haven't been playing anything really either. I played a little bit of Destiny today. I haven't been playing because I've been busy working. I've been reading. I've been outside too. I mean, the weather's nicer, so I'm taking
Outside?
walks. Yes, I've been taking walks. I need to take those walks, going into the park when it gets a little bit warmer. Start doing my outdoor workouts again. Push-ups, stretching, everything like that. It's great. So, yeah. But if I'm gonna play something, I'm looking more towards the Division 2, maybe even Sonic Racing, Sonic All Star Racing. It's so fun.
I love Sonic Racing.
It's so fun. We have to get a game of that going. Absolutely loved it. I played with Joy Infinity and we had a great time. It was so much fun.
Trying to think what. I think I've been on Steam. I don't know if it's cross-platform.
That's a good question. I have no idea. I don't know. What
You
happened?
figure
Yeah,
it
so
out.
that's what I'm reading, watching, and playing. So, folks, what are you reading? What are you watching? What are you playing? What are you eating? I don't know. Whatever.
That part. I need to eat some food anyway.
Exactly. So, on that note, folks, thank you so very much. You have a very good evening or day, whatever it is. Oh, and welcome back to the astronauts who landed.
Yes.
Glad to see you all come back. Because
Yeah, that's
things. Anyway,
that stinks.
yes. I hope you're all safe. Drink your water, take your vitamins, take your meds, whether it's for a physical, emotional, or mental ailment. I'm not trying to please you, just want you to be the best you that you can be. And you all know I'm tired, I'm angry, but I have to let something else take over. So I'm going to say, do a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And we will see you next week. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will have our comics culture. It will be myself and Robert. And then Friday. It will be the Hungry Bleak. It will be the Hungry Bleak show at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, there you go. Have a good one, folks. Please be safe. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.